Hello, my name is Mr. Dank, and I'm the middle school special education teacher here at PA Distance Learning. I was asked to discuss the ClassDojo program with all of you and explain how I'm utilizing it to build relationships with my students and their parents. I've always been able to build a strong relationship with all of my families, but I wanted to have more data to back up my conversations moving forward. I wanted to be able to tell parents specifically what their child's strengths and needs were within the cyber school setting. As I finished my first year here at PA Distance Learning, Mrs. Droschers tasked me with finding a way to increase student behavior. I found this online program called ClassDojo over the summer and was able to adjust the behaviors to meet what I call the 4 pillars of success. Those 4 pillars, in my eyes, meant attendance in their live learning class, participation within that class, daily task completion, and communication with their teachers. After teaching within the cyber school setting for the past few years, I noticed that most students tended to have deficits also within their executive functioning skills. Those types of deficits included planning and prioritizing, organization, and time management. With those executive functioning skills and the 4 pillars that I find students to be successful in a cyber school setting, the vision came to light on utilizing the program to focus on what students can be doing to become successful. As I thought of how to incorporate that within the middle school program, I thought of a weekly check-in and check-out basis with the 7th and 8th grade students. The data would be presented to me by the 7th and 8th grade team teachers, and then I would be able to have open discussions with the students and their parents on their individual strengths and needs within this setting. This program also allowed the parents to be involved within their child's education and also to see if they're meeting the 4 pillars of success. The nice part about the program is it keeps everybody in the loop and shows us real-time data on what we can use to be helping our students become successful. We also use this data in our tri-quarterly meetings to look for behavioral trends of kids that are struggling or kids that are being successful that we can give kudos to. So here is a brief overview of what ClassDojo is. So when you come in, we have the data here presented as Mr. D's room with the superheroes that we have set up. And there's these tabs across the top. And we have messages that I can actually be in contact with the parents. The teachers can be in contact with the parents. And it's real-time messaging back and forth between the two that only stays to that specific parent. There's a Facebook type Twitter account that has a class story that you can actually post things to this page based on our class. And then the classroom itself is just a way for teachers to come in and track the data. So there's 3 specific ways that teachers can come in and input the data. And I'm trying to make it as easy as I can for those teachers to input it and move on with their day. So there is a individual student input, there's multiple student input, and there's also whole class input. So for instance, if they're working with a kid one-on-one, they can click on the Hulk and just say help session and give them a point for that. And it gives the point to that student. They can also award multiple. So let's say a lesson is done for the day and only Batman, Hulk, and Iron Man complete it. They can give points for that specific lesson, and then only those 3 students get the points. And then if they want to do attendance to make it even faster, they can do award whole class, and they can do attendance right then and there. All the kids get attendance. So it's very fast for the teachers to be able to input the data, for us to then be able to track it, parents to be able to see it, students to be able to have discussions with me over it, and then kind of get them moving forward on what things they can continue to do to be a successful middle school student. So I thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to discuss how the piloted ClassDojo program is working within my middle school special education students. There seems to be some success with our students. Doesn't matter if the academics come easy to a student or if they're putting forth their maximum effort. Each student can become successful within the middle school with maintaining the 4 pillars on a consistent basis, and hopefully be able to transition that into moving into high school and moving on into adulthood. So again, I thank you for taking the time to hear me out on ClassDojo, and I hope you guys have a nice evening.